It is the 1st of May and today is the day I'm going to start a 30-day yoga challenge. It is the Yoga with Adriene 30-day challenge on her YouTube channel, and yeah, I'm going to commit to doing yoga every day for 30 days. I thought, as it's May, it's exam season, I'm going to be doing lots of revision, I'm going to have lots of stress going on with exams and things. I thought, what better time to start a yoga challenge than this month? So I'm doing it because it's the beginning of the month, and I'm just going into it with an open mind. I'm interested to see what kind of benefits it's going to have, how it's going to affect my life and my fitness, and yeah, this is day one. amazing. Hi everyone, I hope you enjoyed that little montage of my 30-day yoga journey. It's been just under a week now since I finished my streak of doing yoga every day for 30 days, so I've taken the time to kind of reflect on it, and I just thought I'd now have a little chat about things I think I gained from it, and just to kind of give my opinion on whether I think it's worth doing, it's something that people should try. So yeah, I'll just get straight on. Okay, so first of all, the first few sessions of yoga, so like day 1 to maybe about day 4, I think it was, they were kind of longer, so they were like 45-minute, 50-minute sessions. So that kind of took quite a lot of dedication to set the time aside to actually do that. But the rest of them are between sort of 13 minutes and maybe 24, 25 minutes. And I think that is the perfect amount of time to dedicate each day, because it's not too short that you're not even able to get into it, but it's not too long that you feel like it's eating away at your time. And obviously for me, I was doing this during exam season, and so I didn't really want to be spending like 45 minutes on yoga, especially since I made sure I did other exercise in the day anyway. So on top of that, it would end up being quite a lot of time that I was doing a form of exercise. So 20 minutes or thereabouts for me was a perfect amount of time, and to be honest, it was quite easy to do every day. I never really felt like I couldn't fit it in or that I didn't really fancy it. I always kind of had a reason for doing it. And so that kind of leads me on to the first point I want to make about yoga and what I've learned over the last 30 days of doing it, is that it's very, very versatile. So you'll notice from the montage, some days when I did it, I used it as a nice stretch out after doing exercise, like running or something like that. Some days you see me doing it in my pyjamas because it was my way of sort of de-stressing and calming down in the evening. Some days I'm doing it first thing in the morning as I wake up to kind of get me started and ready for the day. But what I really found was that no matter what the situation was in which I did it, or no matter what time of day it was, I always reaped benefits from it, whether those be from feeling a lot more sort of supple and stretched out after exercise, or whether it was really feeling relaxed in the evening to get a good night's sleep. Whatever it was, it always worked. You can basically do with yoga whatever you need to, whatever you want to. So I'm going to talk about all the benefits now that I felt from doing yoga for 30 days. I'll talk about it using the kind of different elements of yoga. So first of all, the calming sensation that you get from doing yoga. Now, for me, this was really important for exam period. I feel like yoga is quite isolating in a good sort of way, so not a lonely way, but it takes you out of the stress and the pressure of every day and just puts you into this place of calm and peace. And for me, no matter how much revision I felt like I needed to be doing, no matter how stressed I felt for the upcoming exams, no matter how much pressure I was putting on myself to revise all day, it always was beneficial for me to take those 20 minutes out of my day to just focus on myself and just calm myself down. I think it just kind of puts everything into perspective, and it makes you realise that actually your mental and physical health is so much more important than burning yourself out for the sake of an exam. And if I ever got close to that point of, oh, I'm just going to stay up really late revising, I'm just not going to have a break, I'm just going to keep going, I have to, doing yoga kind of brought me back to the rationality of, actually no, I do need breaks and I need an early night. Yoga was very powerful for exam period, and I would really suggest doing it in any time, like an exam period or any kind of stressful period of your life, because it can really help put things into perspective. So now I want to talk about the kind of self-love element of yoga. Doing yoga for 30 days really allowed me to connect with myself on a daily basis. And by this I mean that I really feel like I got to know myself, and I got to enjoy spending time with myself, which is something that, especially in busy times, you might just completely forget to do, and sometimes you are your best company. It allowed me to really pick up easily on times when I was feeling a bit emotionally unstable or a bit tense, a bit impatient, a bit fearful, a bit anxious. I could really kind of tune into that and pick up exactly on what I was feeling and why. And then it was really nice and valuable to pay attention to those feelings and pay attention to myself and not just get caught up in exams, which is something that is really easy to do. And I just think it's nice to be there for yourself. You know what? Sometimes doing yoga and being with myself really cheered me up, or it made me laugh, It made me feel good about myself, and that's just what I needed. Some of the yoga poses, and Adriene kind of says this in the videos as well, like they can be a bit funny, you can feel a bit silly, but it's fine because it's just time that you're spending with yourself and no one's watching and no one's judging you and it doesn't matter. So I felt like sometimes it really could be a way to kind of lighten the mood a bit and just use myself as the humour and the entertainment and not needing any external factors or any other people to do so. Okay, so the next element of yoga is the strengthening side of it. Now, I'm not going to exaggerate here and say that I've noticed extreme bodily changes and that my muscles are bigger and I'm so much more toned now. I didn't really feel that, but then I think that might be because I'm quite an active person anyway and I do quite a lot of strengthening exercises anyway, but there was no doubt about the fact that yoga definitely was an addition to all of that. It definitely made a difference that goes beyond the other forms of exercise I do. So mainly I would do cardio or sometimes like weights and things in the gym, but yoga was kind of a very different type of strengthening. So it really kind of targeted areas of the body that I would never kind of think to exercise, especially being a runner. My arms, I feel, are quite weak, and like my wrists and things like that. And yoga really helped to strengthen them and bring sort of power into those parts of my body, and it was definitely good for core. So now flexibility, that's kind of one of the obvious elements of yoga that's really, really beneficial and something that people probably don't really get enough of. So no matter how much cardio and how much weight training you do, flexibility is likely to be the one thing that people kind of miss out if you don't do something like yoga. And yeah, without a shadow of a doubt, massive improvements for me over 30 days. I could literally feel it in the first day when I was trying to do downward facing dog. I just felt really tight in my legs. I feel like I couldn't reach my potential in the pose. And over 30 days, I really started to feel more at ease doing it, and my legs were more relaxed and less tensed up. Forward fold as well was another one I really noticed a difference in. Before, it would hurt my back to literally bend down this tiniest bit and to tuck my chin in. And by the end, I feel like I was almost completely straight legs, hands on the floor, and that's just been a massive weakness of mine for ages, my sort of flexibility in my legs and my back. So to be able to improve on that over 30 days was great. So now breathing. Now the whole basis of yoga is that breathing comes first and the movements follow your breath. And drawing attention to your breath is just such an important thing to do. And obviously on the mat, it's very easy to focus on your breath because all you're doing is kind of focusing on your breath and the movements and how those two couple together. But I kind of noticed that off the mat I would start to think about it more as well. So particularly times when like I'd feel really impatient, I don't know, maybe on public transport or waiting for public transport, or times when I just felt particularly anxious about something, I could really kind of tune into my breath and feel and hear it get more unsteady and get more tensed up. And yoga kind of taught me to just take a moment to just reset and to breathe in a way that's calm, and then when you start breathing in that way, it kind of calms you down. Another thing that 30 days taught me was that you really can incorporate anything into your daily routine that you want to. So although sometimes it can feel like you lead such a busy life and you have no time for things like yoga or meditation, because that might feel like it's a waste of time, if you really, really want to do it, you can make time for it. And I feel like I proved that to myself by doing this challenge during exam period, which is probably the busiest time of year when time is so precious and I don't want to waste it doing anything other than something that's going to help me with exams. But then I realised that yoga is something that's going to help me with exams, and that it's not all just about revision, it is about your mindset and your mental health as well, and obviously staying active and moving your body and all that. So I noticed how it was easy to fit it in. Even if it meant that you had to get up 20 minutes earlier, I think it's worth it. And yeah, there's always 20 minutes in the day when you will be procrastinating or you'll be doing something that's not necessary, and you can so easily take those 20 minutes and use it for something really valuable and potentially life-changing. So lastly, the biggest thing that I've gained probably is my knowledge of yoga. And I feel very grateful towards Adriene, the instructor who I followed for the 30 days, because she's not only given me all the benefits that I got from doing yoga every day for 30 days, but she's given me the tools that I need to be able to practice yoga on my own. And what really showed me that was on day 30, and warning, this is a bit of a spoiler if you're going to do the challenge or are currently doing it, because it's going to give away what the last day is. But basically on day 30, Adriene takes her microphone off and just says, just do what you want, do the yoga that feels good for you. And she does some like on the screen, but she's not guiding you, she's not telling you what to do, she just wants you to be liberated and do what you want. And I did yoga for 35 minutes pretty much with no guidance. I mean, I glanced at her every now and again to like get ideas of what to do next, but really I found it quite easy to just flow through the motions, and I could just quite easily like sequence moves together and link them up because I'd had so much practice doing it, and I'd got so used to the sort of flow of yoga. And yeah, that last day was actually quite emotional, I think, just thinking like how far I'd actually come. I mean, I always knew bits and pieces of yoga. I'd been to a few classes, I'd done a bit by myself, like every now and again, like as part of my morning routine, I would do some yoga to stretch out and things. But now I feel like I properly understand all the poses and how to kind of flow between them. And obviously I'm nowhere near like the level of an instructor. I don't know that much. There's loads of poses I don't know. There's loads of poses I can't even do at the moment, because it's all just like a learning journey, isn't it? Doing yoga, it takes a lot of practice. And yeah, obviously you probably watched the montage and thought, oh, her technique's so bad. Yeah, definitely I've still got so much work to do on my technique and on learning new poses and things like that, but I just feel like I've been given the tools I need now to continue my yoga journey. I will definitely be using more of Adriene's videos. If you don't already follow Yoga with Adriene and you're interested in doing yoga, honestly, she's so good, such a lovely person, and yeah, amazing at explaining everything for beginners and really easing you into it slowly. So if you want to start yoga yourself, definitely go and look at her channel. And yeah, so lastly I just want to say that if you're thinking of doing the challenge, the 30-day yoga journey with Yoga with Adriene, it's called Dedicate, her most recent one, or any other yoga journey or any other kind of challenge you want to do, definitely just give it a go. Once you get started, it's so much easier to get something like that into your daily routine, as I've already said. And yeah, you just don't know what the benefits will be until you try it, so you might as well try it. And it's a really nice feeling to think that if you're ever weary or run down or emotional or particularly tense or fatigued or lethargic or feeling a bit lazy, the yoga mat is always there to help you out. So thank you very much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful and I hope it motivates some of you to try the challenge as well, because I really do think it is worth it. Please like and subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you very soon. Bye!